It's Celeste here, and welcome to a Crafter's Story. So this morning I saw something online and I thought, gosh, it just sparked an idea for me. And so I've had this box of 48 crayons forever. And I have no idea why I bought them, but I did, like I do with most of my craft supplies. And I had them stashed away, so I hauled them out this morning and I got out my watercolor pad with my 140-pound, where does it say, 140-pound watercolor paper. And here are two examples of what I did with a watercolor paper and my crayons. Now, I don't know if you did something similar to this when you were younger, but where you would, I don't even think I did it when I was younger, but where you would melt crayons on paper. But that's essentially what I did. So I'm going to put these aside and we're going to try one. I'm going to try and do something similar to this. This one took me a little while to do. Maybe something a little simpler like this, and we could do it together. So let me move these guys aside and find that piece of watercolor paper, which I swear oh well, we'll take another one. I thought I had one. I'll get another one. Oh, there we go. Okay, so there it is. Got my watercolor paper. Sorry about my band-aid. Our smoke alarms went off this morning and I had to change the battery, and somehow I whacked myself. But I'm clumsy, so it's probably to be expected. All right, so a tree is usually, we have a lot of greens. So I'm going to pull out all the greens and the blues and the yellows and maybe try and recreate some, and maybe even an orange. Maybe it's a fall autumn tree. Okay, let's stick with those for now. Stick these to the side. And I had a craft knife here. There it is. Get my craft knife out. And I'm really, and things that I was thinking afterwards, well, what can I do with this? Can I can do a wall hanging, I guess. I can maybe go on my computer and reduce it and make a greeting card. Maybe it can be a background to something. There's a couple of things you could do with this, and I was trying not to overthink it, because I tend to do that. I tend to think, well, why am I doing this? What am I going to use it for? And that's probably the biggest mistake I make when I create. So I create for a reason, and you shouldn't. I'm not telling you what to do, but I should never create for a reason. I should just create, and then afterwards, if something pops up, then it does, and if not, you had fun doing it, right? So I've had to learn to get to, oh, there it goes, just to get to that mindset of create for the sake of it. So what other colors? Maybe there's a little red. Yeah, I think this is going to become a autumn tree like that. And these darker colors do, and the bigger pieces do tend to take over a little bit, so I'm being mindful not to make sure that I've got a variation of color here. What else should we do? Oh, a lighter green. Yeah, it's early autumn, early fall. Get this in here a little bit, and you actually don't need that much. Every time I do this, when I cut one, I can hear my granny's voice. Don't do that, you're going to hurt yourself. And she'd be right, because I'm clumsy. Okay, let's see. Let's see how that works out. Maybe a little bit of the brown. I'm going to try and scoot it up, kind of make it somewhat of a tree shape-ish, kind of, maybe, sort of like. Yeah, kind of like one of those fir tree type things, although fir trees don't change color. All right, so let's see. I've put just some plain printer paper on top, just plain old printer paper, and I've got an iron, and I've got the iron set to cotton linen, so it's fairly warm. I'm just going to place it down. Oh, it's already moving. Gosh. Place it down. See how it's already melting? Place it down. Eventually I'm going to be able to move this around as, you know, like this. Instead of just plonk and lift, I'm going to be able to move it eventually. There you go. Starting to flatten out nicely. And they're starting to mix into each other. Oh my goodness. Uh-oh, I think I'm warping my cutting board under here. I had another board underneath, so I probably should be mindful of, yep, I am, all right, let me change things up a little bit. So I'm warping my cutting board because of the heat. So I think I'll bring the pad back and have that be the barrier between the heat and the iron. Alright, so I think that's really looking nice. I'll scoot it up there a little bit, and let's see if we leave it at that. Oh, it's warm. Yoo-wee. Okay, I think I can probably move this aside. Oh, look what I did to my mat. Hopefully if I put it under some heavy books, it'll flatten back down again. I think it will. Oh, it's already flattening. Oh, phew, thank goodness. Okay, all right, so let's see the big reveal, you guys. Let's see what our colors did. Oh, okay, so there's the colors mixed into each other a little more than I was hoping that it would, because if I look at this example, it's more, there's more variation, but I'm going to just, it's a little warm, so I'm going to just leave it for a second and let it dry, or cool down rather, and in the meantime, I think we should do another one, and maybe see if we put less color down, if we will get, or maybe colors that are closer in shade, like more greens and yellows, and maybe, sorry Oma, I'm already cutting the wrong way. Oma is probably looking down on me going, stop doing that, don't cut it on your hand. All right, like that. So you put a little bit of the, let's put in some orange up there, orange over here, maybe a little yellow. Do I have yellow? Yep, I've got a little bit of yellow here. Okay, all right. Paper, I don't want the paper. What if I left it just like that and maybe put in a very, very light, let's put in a light yellow down the bottom here. Maybe mix it in with some of that green. There we go. Okay, let's see what that does. Let's get another piece of printer paper. I'm just stealing it out of my printer here because getting to the rest of it is harder. Okay, scoot it in. Scoot, scoot, scoot. Scooty, scooty, scoot, scoot. Scoot, scoot. Okay, there we go. Maybe less is more. Let's see. Okay. Let us see. Hold it down. I'm using my watercolor paper because I thought it could take the heat, and because it's a thicker paper. If you guys find that on maybe a thicker printer paper it still works well, I'd love to know. We have a Facebook page now called Our Crafter's Story, and I'll put the link in the description. And if you decide to do any of the crafts that we do together here on our videos, please share it on the Facebook group, because it's always nice to see what other people do and how they interpret the crafts from the videos. I just love seeing that. So just an invitation to you guys, if you ever want to do that. Let's see, maybe less was more. Oh, I like that much more. That's much nicer. That looks almost like a little bush rather than a tree. Wonder if it'll allow us to go back in. It might allow us to go back in with a little extra color on the side here. I think we could do with a little extra, just a little bit, like maybe, oh, got under my nail, under there, maybe a little, something a little darker. Let's just try that. I'm not going to go overboard, which is unlike me. When it comes to arty crafty stuff, I go a little overboard. I'm a little extra. Oh no, don't move, don't move, don't move. Ah, gosh, where are you? There, it's there. Okay, maybe I should have held the paper down. Okay, it's adding quite a bit of color. You know, maybe I should have left it alone, but let's see if it's what. Eesh. Okay, no, it's okay. We're good. That worked. It just added a little extra, but I did go and make a bit of a mess on the side. So there's a big difference between those two. This one's darker, and I think if I come in, try and come in with any of my black markers. Oh, sorry about the noise. You probably won't see it. So this one is dry, this one's still drying. So what if I came in with a white marker or a white paint pen? Where's a piece of paper that I can just activate the pen? What should we do on this? Oh, I think gold might look nice on it too. So maybe if I just came up here with my pen. I will say the one thing that I noticed though is if you press hard, or if you some of the pens don't like the waxy feel underneath, and they tend to, like my Sharpie wasn't happy. The paint pen seemed to tolerate the waxiness a little better. This is that Artisto white paint pen, which I, in a previous video, one of the videos, I said I wasn't a big fan, but I'm having to eat my words because because it's working on this. So I should not make my feelings known until I've tried it in a bunch of different places. All right, so what if we did that and then just came in and just put a bunch of leaves. Oh, Kaya is getting impatient because I've got her in here with me and I've got the door closed. Do you want to come say hello, Kaya? Should we say hello? Come and say hello. Oh, let's see, Kaya will say hi. Come, there we go. Oh, no, it's okay. Oh dear. There you go. Say hi, Kaya. Do you want to look up there by everybody? No? Okay. Let's see if I can get her to lie down and I can... oh, no, like this. Like that. Just like that. There you go. Say hi. Hi, Kaya. Hi, everybody. She's not having it. No. Okay, you go sleep. Kaya wasn't happy to say hello. She's being a little antisocial. I think she just wants to go to my mom. But my mom is not here right now. So... all right, so I think probably I could keep going here. I could maybe come in with some dots. I don't really know what I want to do with this one. Maybe some flowers. I don't know. So I'm going to put this guy aside and I'll come back to it and see what this one looks like a little later on. I am more interested in this guy because I do know what I want to do with him. It. So what I did find was that my Uniball gel impact pens, they work pretty well. And I'm going to, look at me trying to activate. This is not a paint pen, Celeste. Oh boy, oh boy. All right, so where there are little pockets of color, I'm going to just make little rough, follow them along. There you go. Oh, Kaya's gone to sleep. Oh, she gave up on me, at least for now. Later when we play, she'll be happy. She loves cucumber and she loves apple. So I'll go and cut her some just now, and then we'll make friends. She'll be happy with me again. Okay, I'm just going to run this along all the places where I think there's pockets of color. And this is probably one long pocket. And then I made a bit of a mess, you guys, here, but I'm just going to embrace it and decide that it was supposed to be there. And let's just make couple of rough little spots where, there we go. And that's a nice tall tree. And I'll come in, this gel pen is already not super happy with me because it's probably taken on some of this wax. But let's see if I can get, no, not the Artist Loft, because that one's, wonder if this one will work for me. Let's see. Yep, this one will work for now. And I'm just going to roughly go along the lines. It's not working. Let's get another one. Get another pen. Oh, here we go. We'll try this one. No, this is silver. Is this silver? That is silver. We don't want silver. No, I want black. This is black. I'm pretty sure this is black. Yep, that's black. All right, that's another one of the gel pens. Yeah, it's coming out a lot darker. So I'm just going to go around and around. And I'm not destroying the pen, so you guys, if you're worried that maybe your pens will be destroyed, once you wipe them a little bit and just kind of squish them on some paper, they come right back again. I think they just pick up a little bit of the wax as you're drawing on it, but it does come back again. And I'm doing sort of a rough outline of where that color was. And I think what I'm going to do with these is probably keep them and frame them as artwork. Maybe I'll photocopy a few so that, and do prints of them, but you know, nice prints on nice paper, and they can be gifts at some point. Okay, there, and then this guy is the big guy. All the way down, and give him another layer, just another layer. It's starting to take shape, hey? You can see that, it's starting to take nice shape. I think if I had to copy this just on printer paper and made something smaller, I think it'll make a nice card. I think it could make a nice, if I reduced it right down to maybe that big, it could be a nice little artist's trading card, or perhaps if I go even smaller, it could make a nice tag. All right, I think that probably does it. Let's see if I can just clean it off a little bit and get, there you go. That's working better. Okay, I'm going to just keep going with the lines, and I'm not thinking too much because that's not the point. Okay, there we go. I think that looks nice. I much prefer that one. I don't like that very colorful one, but I'll figure out something to use with, even if I just tear it up and use it for collage paper, that'll be fine too. Now what if we just got a little abstract and put in a couple of dots. I did that with the other tree design. Can you still see? Yep, you can still see. That's good. There we go. On these darker green parts where I know the white will show up nicely. There we go. And where else? Oh, I think this one will look nice. It's nice and dark. And then I was thinking maybe if I got the gold. Where should we put the gold? Or should we put the gold? Yes, we should put the, no, let's first do a thicker Posca. So I've got the Posca paint, and then you get the jumbo one, the bigger one, which I actually bought by mistake. I didn't realize that that was what I was buying. But I kind of like them too. And they come in a variety of colors. There was red and brown and all the earthy colors, and it was really nice. Maybe just do something like that. What about over here? Oh my goodness, I likey. It looks so good. Yeah, I like it. I think I'm going to stop there. I'm a little worried that I'm going to overdo it. Because, you know, of course I'm going to overdo it. Look at me, I'm about to do this. I can't help myself. All right, I'm just going to go like that. All right, maybe, oh, I kind of like that. I'm going to do it up here as well. Put in a little bit of gold. And every time I activate the pen, a little extra ink comes out, which I like because it gives that 3D effect that I complained about. Let's do one more up here, and then I will leave it. I know I keep saying it, but I promise I will leave it after this. There you go. Okay, I think that turned out beautifully. I like it a lot, and it's just so easy. Let me bring those others back for you to see. Let's see how many of these I can fit into the frame. Like that. Oh, I love these little bugs. They're the cutest ever. And it's just really 3 little sort of ovals, one this way and 2 that way. This one being shorter than that one. The cute little buggies. And I had another one. Where was that other one? Here it is. Let's see. Okay, I'm probably not... Maybe if I hold it like that. There you go. Well, that was my adventure for this morning with an iron and some crayons and just messing around with some colors. I hope you have fun. I hope you try it. And I hope you share it with us on our Facebook group page. So I always appreciate your time, and I always have fun crafting with you guys. Thank you very much for visiting with me. Bye-bye.